Crowds, treading water that they drowning. My head on a swivel, yeah. It's only really my surroundings.
Hello and welcome to a Smash Accept YouTube exclusive. I'm your host, Michael Royer. You can find me on Twitter, @DynastyDadFF. We are super excited because we have a lot of announcements going on. Tonight, we are going to do our first ever UnderDog fantasy live stream. We've partnered up with them. I know Snoog's got a lot to drop on you with that. We're going to introduce, the guy that's been behind all the absolute fire YouTube comment, the man, the myth, the legend, Brock himself. So we're going to start out here. Snoog, why don't you tell everybody what we have going on? We've partnered up with UnderDog Fantasy. We're super excited about this. What's the deal? What do people get?
Yeah, best ball is probably the best fantasy format you can play in. I know us Dynasty people will disagree there, but that's what's driven this community big time over the past few years. So I'm excited. I've made some good coin off it last year. The Smash team's going to absolutely run Best Ball Mania up for their money and come first place. So I'm excited for that. Make sure you guys tune in all caps, Smash Accept for the code, double your first deposit up to $250 and bonus cash, minimum $10 deposit. I'm excited, man. We're going to be ripping these Best Ball Manias, these puppies, all these tournaments, the Mastiffs, all these big tournaments throughout the summer we're going to be doing this year together. So I'm excited. Stay tuned. We're going to be live streaming hopefully weekly and just cranking out drafts and giving you guys kind of the values, who you should be targeting and our strategies we use in this type of league.
Yeah, and we're going to post it below. Obviously, if you guys use code Smash Accept, we will double whatever you have up to $250, minimum deposit of $10, all the way up to $250. You can't beat that. They're going to double that for you on your first deposit. And, it helps out the podcast. Everybody wins here, and there's a chance for you guys to win some money. So like I've said, we've had a lot of YouTube success over the last couple of months. We've been doing shorts, been doing, live streams, all kinds of different things. And that thanks to, in large part, to what Alex has been doing. Alex, welcome to the show. That's @Brock Dynasty. How you doing tonight, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I appreciate you guys finally letting me jump in on one of these. So I've been a little bit behind the scenes. I know for the past few months, been doing the thumbnails, been doing all the shorts, and now we're posting those on TikTok. Also, if you want to follow, what was your handle on TikTok?
It's @DynastyDadFF, not hard.
@DynastyDadFF, and also posting those on YouTube. So yeah, really excited to jump in on one of these, do some best ball drafts, which I think we're all pretty familiar with. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. Literally, it's gone from like 100 followers to we're 10 away from 1,000. And that's really been our goal. We're way ahead of that. So I'm excited to get that going. I'm also excited to get this draft started. So we're going to kind of get things set up. Since we are live streaming, you guys can jump in here. You guys can, I'm going to post it up there. You can get involved with it. We're going to talk about each pick. We're going to talk about the guys that we like, the guys that we think that are going to help you win. And let's get this thing started,
Yeah. Real quick before we jump in, for those of you that aren't too familiar with UnderDog, essentially the main platform here is going to be the best ball drafts. They do have some other, daily betting aspects of it too, but essentially it's going to be a huge 18-round draft. Best ball means they just start the best players of your lineup. You don't make any roster moves and no waiver moves. You don't make any trades. We're just going to draft one whole big roster, and then the algorithm goes through, set your best lineup. We'll go ahead, spend some money here now. And then at the end of the end of the year in December, January, check back in to see what we made. So a really great platform they got going on here for the past few years. So really excited to go ahead, jump in on this.
Spending Snoog's money. Damn it, Brandon. Where's our credit?
All right. Draft starts here in 1 minute. And again, Brock, why don't you tell everybody how you got started and everything? I know, you started making some videos and things like that, but how did you get started in fantasy? What's been that journey for you?
Yeah. So honestly, looking back, I think the first year I remember I was 12 and I was in my brother's league. He's a few years older than me, and I took Arian Foster with the 101.
Ooh,
and that's the year he was the league winner. I think it was 2012 or 2013. So from there, kind of fell in love with it, and then continued to do some redraft leagues. And then in 2019, me and my good friends, we switched to a dynasty league, and so that's now entering its 6th year. So, I can't get enough of it, consuming content, and now I'm real excited to be on the other side of things, just talking about that content. While we're letting this draft time kind of run down, a little bit about me. I graduated from the University of Florida, so we might have to rip a little Anthony Richardson in this. Sorry. But I'm real excited, background in advertising. So that's how I got real acclimated with the edits and the videos and stuff like that. So really excited to bring that here to the Smash Accept team. And and yeah, start dominating the summer, guys.
Let's
go.
do it. I'm excited about that. So we got pick 7. I mean, we got to work our way through here. Brock, I mean, who's our low key? Who we rooting on here? First pick.
Yeah.
First pick off the board is Christian McCaffrey almost every single time. CeeDee Lamb went 2. I think since you're new to it, we're gonna let you make that first pick once we get to 7. What's your goal here?
Yeah, so honestly, I've had pick 7 or 8, I think, in 4 of the last 5 drafts. I don't hate it, but you're pretty much guaranteed one of Brees or Bijan.
Mhm.
And you start with that hero RB build, but a lot of these wide receivers get pushed up the board pretty quick to where once we're in rounds 5 through 8, I really like the running back value a lot more than the wide receiver value. It's like running back 20 versus wide receiver 48, Cortland Sutton or Alvin Kamara. It's really not close. So going running back early is a little bit tough. But here, I mean, you can't really go wrong with Bijan or Brees. Even in half PPR, these are guys that are still going to dominate out of the backfield with the receptions. Jets offense is going to be a lot more productive. But
all right,
we're gonna get one of the superstar wideouts.
Yeah.
Here we go. So we going Amon-Ra or Brees Hall, and why? We're gonna let you do that one, Brock.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be taking Amon-Ra here. Honestly, I think at the 1-7 is a smash. And I really like the running backs that we can get falling back to us, because a big thing about taking running back early is that the receivers back to us is that Ayuk, Nico, Devontae Adams range. I really don't feel great about it, but if we can take Amon-Ra here and maybe get a JT or a Saquon falling back to us in the second, I feel a lot more comfortable about that start. So Amon-Ra here, you can't go wrong with that. I prefer him over the elite running back here in the first.
I like to go. I typically go wide receiver heavy in the first few rounds. That was my strategy last year, because it's start 3 wideouts. Wideouts have a lot more like volatile big spike weeks than running backs typically do. So you can get that Jameson Williams dropping 30 points on your bench, and then he plugs and plays in there for you. Because I think you can start up to 4 wideouts, because there's 3 wideout slots and a flex spot. So it's good to be deep at that position, especially, and if you can land one of those anchor wideouts like we did, even going to AJ Brown is probably that like drawing line for me. But I remember last year getting CeeDee Lamb at that like 12, and I was just double tapping like CeeDee and Devontae Adams, or like CeeDee and Amon-Ra at that like 12-13 spot, and it was just unreal.
Yeah,
there was a lot of Garrett Wilson selections.
He burned me a lot. Any back half of the draft,
we had to pay for that, but
yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. first round ADP is interesting in redraft.
No, I don't know if it's letting me actually draft from make the actual pick. When you click on it?
No, you're going to click the little arrow there on the right side for each player, and that'll pull up another thing.
Then it'll hit draft.
And and then so click like on Drake London, for instance, there at the top.
I'd love to take London here and take that swing.
So you click on the player like that?
No, the arrow.
The little arrow, drop down.
It's not doing it for me.
Are you clicking on it?
Yeah.
The little arrow drop down right there by the player?
Yeah. Like that. And then it lets me put it at the queue.
Because you're not on the clock yet. Once you're on the clock.
Okay, so I see it now.
Yeah.
All right, we're cool. Hey, we're new to this, like join in here. We're going to be doing this every single time.
Jameer Gibbs just went.
Yeah, Gibbs went.
Yo, our boy Chris O'Brien said YouTube's coming a long way, fellas. Keep up the good work. Chris, we would love to have you on the show sometime. He does great work. That's at 17 Game Pace. Make sure you check him out as well.
Real quick, Dad, do you want to click the RB tab just so we can look at that real quick? Because I think the value is going to be there here for us.
It might be
Snoog, JT or Saquon in redraft, man. Who do you like?
I think JT has I think we got to go with JT here. I think there's a little bit higher of a floor, because we don't know how many passes Saquon's going to catch out of that backfield with Jalen Hurts there. I think JT's like guaranteed like 1,300 yards and double-digit touchdowns if they're healthy.
I love the start of it.
I mean, it's flip a coin,
right
but
there,
I think JT's got a little bit more upside at this point in their career. But man, I love Saquon. That's good value on him too.
Yeah, now he's fallen to the 2.9, 210. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had Devon A-Chain. That's fine. Go ahead, Wild Bill. You can have him. Pretty Ricky here's on the clock here. Guys, we got our running back. We got our wide receiver. What are we thinking with the next pick? Who are we hoping falls down here?
I'd say another wide out, another running back. Unless there's like a tight end, like a crazy value on the tight end that's still there. But I usually typically just go running back wide out, and I wait until round like 6, 7, 8 to draft quarterbacks because you can get like Goff in like the 8th round. It's like
Dude, you
easy
can get
money.
like Kyler in the 6th or the 7th.
Yeah,
It's actually
like
crazy.
just wait on QB. Honestly, that's the strategy I always did.
Yeah.
I drafted some teams last year that were so unbelievably good. They were projected like a ridiculous amount. I had teams projected like 3,000 plus points when I left the draft.
210 for A1 Skapinski there. They got to love Saquon getting that.
I was nerding this. Pittman
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
crazy.
I hate that Pittman pick.
If you click on him real quick, Dad,
I don't like the Deebo
at the
pick
top
either.
left, if you click on his team, it'll pop up in the bottom right.
Yeah.
So just so we can see here now, if you scroll down on the right, I think he got Saquon. Who did he get there in the first round? Did he get Tyreek? I think he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got Saquon.
It disappears whenever someone makes a pick. I hate that part about it. But
Hey, we're working on. So you
Okay.
click it over here, and you get it. Yeah, every time they make a pick, man.
I like
All
our
right.
start.
so we're one
That's
pick
good.
away, guys.
We're one pick away. Who we got here?
All right, we're on the clock. Do you want to scroll up completely there on the left side with the ADPs? Are we at the top there?
We're at the top with Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
No, actually, we got Maeve, DJ Moore, Stephon Diggs.
I'm going DJ Moore.
Okay.
I'm feeling
Okay.
you for. I'm feeling you as well.
I
There.
just think the floor is really high. I don't want to rely on Daniel Jones and rookie neighbors to make plays just right away. So I think
And-
DJ Moore is just good value there, cheap.
those 30-second clocks. You know, like I'm used to.
You got to
being
decide quick.
The dynasty dad with my 8-hour clocks making 150 draft trade offers. Hey, Fleming, I'm sorry, man. I was feeling neighbors as well, but we go DJ Moore. You know, kind of
Yeah.
work into that area.
Dad, break down that Bears room for us, that wide receiver room. I mean, DJ Moore, Caleb Williams is there now throwing the football. You got Keenan Allen, and then you got Rome Odunze, who was just taken 9th overall. How do you think that room's going to shake out?
We were talking about it on the last show a little bit. I think DJ Moore is still the alpha there. I think, there's a scenario where if Keenan Allen gets hurt or DJ Moore gets hurt, I think Rome Odunze really is going to ascend up quickly and become that dog that we all want him to be. But I think if they all
Chase
stay
Light.
if they all stay healthy, I think it's DJ Moore leads the team, in fantasy points. I think then Rome's slightly under Keenan Allen, but we see what kind of value he has. And tons of 3 wide receiver sets. Cole Kmet's the only guy that really loses here. His value has dropped off considerably, and Caleb Williams is set up just to absolutely be in that top 12 area year one, which is just crazy. Like we could see
almost
two.
got ETN, man.
We could see 2 rookie quarterbacks, as for top 12 this year. What are we thinking here, guys?
I'm pissed at us that they screwed ETN's ADP so bad that we didn't know he was on the board. I would have taken ETN over DJ Moore 10 times out of 10.
ETN's still here,
He's there still?
isn't he? Hold on. Yeah,
No, I don't think he's there. That should be the 46 doesn't sound right in terms of ADP. I think we're a little bit behind.
is that what?
Do you mind clicking that little arrow in the top right?
It just took ETN for us. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
No,
Oh, crap.
that's what I was saying. Like it was right there. I
Let's
was
go,
like, okay, let's
dude.
do it.
Give me that. That's the
So that's-
value right there. You're getting a running back that finished RB 2, 3 last year, like 18
gotta
points
love
per game. You had like 20 points per game before the bye week. That Jags offensive line was literally the worst in the NFL. Travis Etienne this year with everything upgraded for the Jaguars, he should see a big boost in efficiency like we saw in 2022. He has literally dark horse RB1 overall upside. I'm still convinced about that. If Trevor Lawrence learns how to throw a check down, Travis Etienne will catch like 60, 70 passes.
There's no chance Trey McBride makes this back to us, but that would be absolute fire if we could go there.
Who's
'Cause when
taking
it's-
Christian Kirk over Travis Etienne? Can we just explain that first?
Yeah, that's crazy.
People just
Man.
shouldn't be doing this. Like, come on.
We love George Pickens, but I guess they were like, yo, Dad and Snoop picking him up. But if you want Flowers, Kirk, Pickens over Etienne in redraft, yeah, go ahead and enjoy it. That's not the way we're gonna play it here.
Want to click on RB and then wide out and then tight end just so I don't even want to look at QBs. I don't care about the quarterbacks right now.
Right now, I mean, McBride has to be gone by the next time we pick up there. But Andrews, I think, is like a dark horse. I want to make sure we get one of our big tight ends. You know, Brock, you've done a bunch of these. I mean, right now, how is your strategy?
Yeah, I didn't want to jump in, but if you click that little arrow next to Pie Dog in the top right, it'll take you to the current picks, and that's where we can see who's going, and it moves with the draft.
There we go. Hey, we're first live stream, you know what I mean? You give it to the boomer out of the group, and you're like,
it
hey,
didn't
let's
work
go.
on it didn't work on my end. Did it work for you?
No,
Yeah.
the arrow pointing right at the top,
Yeah.
right next to
Top
the
right
person.
under account, that little arrow.
Yeah, I have it all the way over.
It's just delayed then.
I have it all the way over where it's
That one. Yeah, that one.
Keep clicking. Yeah. That ETN value is crazy.
Yeah,
That's like where we
I
were
didn't know it was
drafting
there.
him last
I
year.
think the ADP screen was a little bit down probably too.
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, once you get
All
it
right,
to
there we go.
live, there we go. Yeah, now it'll go automatically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dad, one
pick away here. Who we going?
Sort by click RB.
Yeah.
Right there, the green RB. Just click it, and now click wide out. Oh, we're taking Alvin Kamara. Take wide out.
No, this is still a little bit early. I think
Take
we might
tight
be able to
end.
get him back.
Take tight end.
I don't
Take
hate
tight end.
Pitts here.
Now you can scroll up.
What do you think? We go Pitts or we?
I don't like Pitts just went. I think.
What-
I don't like.
He's still
I-
there.
we're down
I
to-
like Mixon.
What about Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon.
I don't hate it.
I
3
like
RBs first 5 rounds is a little bit bold in these formats.
Oh, it won't let me scroll down.
Oh, you got to get it quick.
Nick of time. All right, we got it. There we go.
I just
like-
think there was too big of a fall off at wide.
Mark-
Like, are we really taking Chris Godwin over Joe Mixon? Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's the thing too, where in that third round, I think is really pivotal. I do love me some DJ Moore, but in that range, I honestly prefer either a Neighbors or even someone like a Cooper Kupp because of the value that you can get Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze in
Yeah.
around 5 where he's still there. So
That's
it's like
smart. Yeah,
the value's really good there. Even like I think like Keenan Allen was still there to where if we took Neighbors and Allen, do we like
Mhm.
that better than,
yeah.
mixing in DJ Moore? So but that's the great thing about these. You kind of learn as you go, and you can do different teams with different builds. We went 3 running backs pretty early, so I think we're honestly good there.
I think.
I don't know if we touched on the format at all, but essentially for these best ball, it's going to be half PPR again. And for your lineup, it's going to be 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex. So in any given week, you can have up to 4 receivers entering your lineup or 3 running backs entering your lineup. And with the start that we have, it looks like these guys are going to be rock solid for us. Maybe not in week 14. Looks like JT and Mixon got the same bye, but yeah, I mean, can't complain about this start. 3 stud workhorse volume running backs, and then Amon-Ra and DJ Moore, who we can project both probably 1,400 plus.
Fingers
It's kinda
crossed here.
crazy
The Kyle Pitts falls. We got 3 more picks away.
I mean, two of the teams have tight ends already.
Tight ends taken, which is why I love seeing that up at the top there.
Sell me on Kyle Pitts. Why are you guys all in on Pitts this year?
I went to Florida. No, I'm playing.
No, I mean, I think with where we're at on the board,
You think he scores more points than George Kittle?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I think Evan Ingram's still on the board too.
Do you think if Ayuk leaves, he still scores more than George Kittle?
Ayuk is not going to leave. That's the thing everybody keeps talking about. Like at this stage in the game, though, the 49ers are not going to just roll with Ricky Pearsall, starting all the time. Like I just don't see any reason why they would move off of Ayuk. Everybody wants
That's a dagger. That's a
All right, what do we
dagger.
got
All right, back on the clock. I think. Well, now Snoog. Let's let you make the decision. Pitts or Kittle? We got the choice.
I'm taking George Kittle, but that's up
Let's
to
do
me.
it.
You
Let's
guys
do it.
overrule me, but I mean, if
Let's
it
do it.
really was up to me, I'd have Mr. Alvin Kamara on my roster. But
I think he's still
You're-
on the board.
just take him,
Huh?
or it's gonna bother me. Take Kamara. We're getting 18
No,
points
no,
per
no.
game.
He might
Take
not
him.
start for us. We have 3 running backs.
Yo, we got
need
4
tight end.
seconds.
We need
got
tight
4
end.
seconds.
We need tight end.
Nah, it's gonna auto
timed
pick
out.
Pitts. It's gonna auto pick Pitts.
All right,
It
we're
did.
And that's okay. That's what. All right. Hey, Brock, we low key won that one over Snook.
Yeah, we won that
our
one.
first.
We won that
our
one.
first.
We won
Family debate.
Oh, like
you know what I mean?
Kamara goes. I have my exposure for Kamara. I think he's my second drafted running back because Kamara in the 6th. It's hard to justify that.
He'll
man.
literally, if he's healthy, he'll be a top 5 running back in points per game again.
Kamara
just-
versus Coleman. It's
He's
like
a cheat code.
it's
like,
not close. The receivers
dude.
around this range.
People are bad
Yeah.
at this. People aren't good at this. They ain't built for the moment, Dad.
We got to start looking at our wide receivers here. That's crucial coming up. I know Snook loves Jordan Addison.
The crazy thing is, if you scroll to the top of the ADP, Rome 6'9" is
Deontay,
wild.
where's Amari?
Yeah,
Where's Amari?
I was just looking at Deontay.
Amari's gone.
Yeah, Amari's definitely gone. I mean,
Deontay's our next pick, or JSN, low key.
this is where I'm talking with Brock, and it's like we should have gone wide receiver a little bit earlier instead of Joe Mixon because now we're struggling with wide receiver. I think Deontay Johnson's probably my favorite from this list.
I think Deontay's a great pick.
Yeah.
except he just went.
No,
Did
you
he
didn't.
not?
No, that's for she.
JSN, Deontay.
There he is. All right, so we'll queue it up. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the rest of the room's looking like.
Yeah, you can
Lad
press that little
McConkey.
star. Dad, you can press, if you click back on that arrow, you can press the star on the left-hand side, and then it
Yep.
throws them in our queue there.
All
So if
right.
we do get timed out, it'll rip from there.
Yeah, star to the left. Deontay, man, that's like I tweeted this earlier on, like in the week. He's literally Adam Thielen with juice. Like he is the
What?
same type of player and wins in the same type of ways, but he's a better route runner and he has juice. And Bryce Young is just gonna
What?
try to get that ball out as quick as possible. And it's
I can
gonna be
see a
Deontay.
scenario. Lad McConkey literally like is probably finishes like the wide receiver 3 as the rookies. But I mean, I think he could literally be a back end wide receiver 2 falling into that Keenan Allen. It's just I got
Yeah, I could see
criticized
it.
in our
I could see it.
last draft. People were like, "Man, you're going to be starting." I did a draft with Guru at David Gartiari, and there were people in the room were like, "Dad's going to be starting Lad McConkey in his third flex," and I'm like, "Is that a problem?" Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, dude, love the comment there. Theo Darlin says, "Night draft so far." You know, make sure you guys are following us on Twitter. Make sure you guys are following us on YouTube. You know, you can see these on live streams. You can get involved with them. Looks like we're going to get Deontay. If this guy snipes him, what are we thinking for the next?
Probably JSN.
So I want to bring up Jordan Addison to you guys. So
He's
we'll
still
secure
there, Dad.
Deontay here. And is that our wide receiver 3 or wide receiver? Yeah, wide
2.
receiver 3 because we took Pitts.
Oh yeah. No, we have DJ
No.
Moore. DJ
Yeah.
Moore, Amon-Ra, and Deontay. Dude,
Yeah.
we're chilling.
Yeah.
It's a good start. We got 3
I
workhorse
like
running
this a
backs
lot.
too.
I like this a lot. Go ahead, Brock. You were talking there, and we're going to be up in 9. Going to kind of get an idea of the next one.
Yeah,
Man,
it for the
trying to
top of the
avoid the-
draft board.
Yeah, let's head back up there.
Yeah. I was going to bring up
If
Jordan
Evan
Addison.
Ingram falls here, you know, Jordan Addison is
Yeah,
just
I was
went-
gonna
just
I was
went.
gonna bring him up because I know he already went, but I was doing a little bit of projecting with what he had last year with and without Jefferson, and then with and without Kirk. Seemed like his big weeks came without Jefferson, and then even in those first few weeks, I mean, he had 7 touchdowns in his first 8 weeks as a rookie. I don't know if I can project that with JJ McCarthy, Sam Darnold, and I was gonna make a tweet, maybe I'm fading him, but honestly, his ADP here is wide receiver
Well,
39. To where at that point,
it's-
I feel like I'm kind of in. You know what I mean? Are you
That's
in
what
or
we've been
out?
talking about a lot. Like I'm in now at the cost. Like we were doing in Dynasty, he's gone from wide receiver 13 to wide receiver 18 to now wide receiver 29.
Yeah, he's
In
falling.
redraft, he just keeps falling too, and it's like, I mean, JJ McCarthy or Sam Darnold is going to be better than what they had there towards the end of the year when they were throwing to him. So, I mean, I kind of give him a little bit of a pass because I loved him coming out. Great route runner. We are
Yeah.
3 picks away, Phil.
Yeah,
Too early
this,
here for
this is where
Kyler
it
Murray?
gets tough. This is where it gets tough. Maybe
Is
click
it-
the quarterback one on. I think now we got to rip it.
I
I
just
don't-
think there's too many QBs still. Like this.
Oh, no, Kyler's gone.
Dak.
There's Dak Love. Do we want to be the last team to take one?
I'll take Purdy. I'll take Lar. I
All right,
don't know.
what do we got here then? Looking at the rest of the board, you know, taking the quarterbacks out of the equation, we'll do just running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. Jonathan,
Those wideouts are gross.
Yeah. That's where
I
it's like
think
a
I
bricks
think
or a
we I
spliff.
think we could lock in.
James Conner. I don't like Mostert.
You gotta
Star
pick. You gotta
someone.
pick.
Star someone.
Huh?
Who are we gonna get?
Oh,
Pick
who
someone.
did we get?
We
Jonathan
got
Brooks.
Brooks.
All right.
Honestly,
All right.
I don't hate it.
All right, let's
I hate
put
it.
somebody up here with the next one.
You hate it?
You know, hey, it's better than DeAndre Swift. Sorry,
It
Steve.
ain't.
No, no, look, we'll have to mess with it, but let's get that next one loaded up here.
Nah,
next
it's
time.
good value. I just get nervous if he plays or not. I like him
Yeah.
way better in Dynasty, but he'll be fine.
Yeah. This was the round I'm talking about here in round 8. I think you can confidently project out Swift, Connor, even
I think we
Zach
go-
Moss,
I
who
th-
just went over like a
think in-
Lockett or a Sutton or
in-
any of the receivers here.
And
Yeah.
Njoku's decent value here. I mean,
So
went
I
down
don't
this
hate
way.
it. I don't hate it. Double tight end within first 9 is a bit tricky with Pitts because he would
Yeah.
have to find a position into our flex. And right now we're
Right.
going to project one of the third running backs, either Mixon or if Brooks, comes along toward the end of the year to pop into that flex. So
right.
honestly, at this point, it's quarterback, and then we're just going to keep ripping wide receiver, tight end, probably for the rest.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to get Snoo your thoughts, and we might have an opportunity to take one of them here. But I know Dad's a little bit higher on JD than you are, but who do we think is going to finish higher in 2024 between Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels?
Caleb.
Caleb,
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Figured you guys would be
I
divided
mean,
on that one.
Jaden's gonna run around like a turkey
Dude.
with his head cut off, but
No quarterback who's taken top 12 who is a rushing dual threat quarterback has finished outside the top 12. And Jaden Daniels,
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance is not a quarterback, okay?
Nah,
Anybody, I feel
Daniels
bad.
is way better than Lance.
So we talk about it in Dynasty all the time. I mean, Trey Lance was a guy I didn't draft in a single draft. I wanted nothing to do with him because it just wasn't there. Jaden Daniels is going to start day one. He's going to rush for 700 to 800 yards, which, it's both of them I think are in that 12 to 15 range, but I think Jaden has a higher, it stays upright.
He's Austin Eckler approved.
There you go, see?
Austin Eckler gave the stamp on Jaden.
That's all we need. 4 picks away here. I got Jordan
I'm taking
Love queued
Dak.
up. All right, what
Dak
do you think?
I think I'm taking Dak.
Break the tie here, Brock.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dak too. Honestly, it's not like we have a stack
CD.
here. I mean, we do have the Caleb DJ Moore stack if we wanted to try and push it one more round. Honestly, I don't hate that.
Eh.
But going rookie, I don't know. I think Dak was insane last
Was
year.
that Justin Herbert, QB 17?
He's so far
Your
down.
jobs.
He's so far down.
People think Jaden Daniels is going to score more points than Justin Herbert this year.
Yeah,
I'll
I
put my
think he does.
bank account on that.
He will. Let's book it.
Oh, Jaden
But
just went. Jaden just went, and Dak just went. I think we need to take
So,
Lover
it's
Caleb
Love.
here.
Yeah,
Lover
it's
Caleb.
Love. Jordan Love there.
It's love.
All right, make sure don't
I bet
let
it's
time out
Brock.
because it'll rip Njoku.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
though.
All right. Brock Purdy, no. No, I think
You got to take love, Dad.
Yeah, no, he's queued up.
yeah, he's ready to go.
You can click
Try
him
to
if
get
you
around
want, but
Click him and draft him.
I love Jordan Love. Loved him since last year where we were just picking him and Brock Purdy everywhere. He's just become such a good value, and people still aren't quite all the way in yet.
It's going to be nice when Wicks turns into a superstar, too, and he's got that reliable number one.
I've been
Who we
seeing you
thinking?
pump up Wicks quite a bit. I got a buddy who's a Packers fan, and he swears he's the best out of them. Honestly,
He is.
What are we
Christian
thinking
Watson
here?
has no hamstrings. Romeo Doubs a mid-roll player, and Jaden Reed's good, but Wicks is better.
I
What
mean,
do
if
you
they
think here?
fall, I don't hate a Shaheed or a JP if they fall. We need to start building the bottom of that wide receiver room. Honestly, I don't hate Khalil either.
What do we got down? We could probably find better
So
values.
let's close out our running backs, right? Close out our quarterbacks.
ADPs are toasted.
Yeah,
Wide
Sort just
receiver.
wide out running back, yeah.
Downs, Davis, Dotson.
Wide receiver 60 for Wicks. That's not a bad bet for us since we have Love. Not now, but we should focus in on that. Queue up Wicks.
For the next pick?
No, but you could queue a bunch of people.
Well, I don't like since we're live streaming and I'm trying to do like 3 things. I don't want to like mess ourselves up and get ourselves there. So we want to go wide receiver or tight end here. We're thinking.
I think wide receiver. Can you scroll down on our team on the right? So we got Love at the top, JT, ETN, Mixon, Jonathan Brooks, and then currently at receiver,
Deontay Johnson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Moore.
Yeah, so
I
we
think
got to
that's
take
a
some
pretty
shots
good
here
run,
at the
man.
receiver room.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that Brooks one comes now that we're
all right, we're on the clock. We're on the clock.
I personally like Shear, but I don't know if he has like the home run we're looking for at this point because we have our other guys in there. I mean, none of these
Scroll
guys
all the
really
way
do.
up.
Jahan Dotson.
We're running out of
thinking, guys?
time.
What do you think?
I
What do you think?
Mike Williams.
Huh?
I'll take. I'm good with either of those.
I take Mike Williams over Shakir, I think.
And we're just gonna probably time out.
Was
Give us
he
who they wanna
top of
give us.
the full draft board though?
Yeah, he was.
He's Shakir.
Okay.
Damn it, I hate Shakir.
Yeah, I honestly, I feel like I kind of like Curtis over. I mean, I think Curtis went like a round, 2 rounds ahead of Shakir anyway. So seems like a lot of these best ball drafters too kind of project it that way, with it being Kincaid, and then Keon, and then Curtis, and then Shakir. But honestly, I think it'll just be fun to see Josh Allen without that true wide receiver one. Last time we saw him, first couple of years, it was pretty rough. But who's he going to lean on? Is it going to be Kincaid underneath? Is it going to be someone more like a Khalil where you get him in the screen game and then get him going? What was that game last year where he just absolutely went off? He took like a screen, like 60 yards. I think it was against the Steelers. I think actually he cooked us in the playoffs, maybe.
And
But-
yeah, I mean his last 2 games without Gabe Davis, it was 10 receptions, 75 and 2 touchdowns. So,
Right
I mean,
here, we're in that range that we were talking about earlier, that we're looking for those guys that like have that QB. They have that path to targets.
Exactly.
I like the Wicks pick. I like Mike Williams here. I like even a Judy pick. The Browns just paid him out the roof. He's going to be just that slot for the Browns.
I would Dotson over Judy because I think Dotson,
Really?
since we're playing best ball, he's gonna have some huge games. I think we're gonna see.
I don't know. I saw
What-
this stat that like when a rushing QB like one of those Konami QBs, like the Konami code QBs, are throwing the football to wideouts. Like the wideouts are significantly worse in like points per game. I forget where I saw it, but it was like
Always
first year
interesting
rookie QBs.
looking at rookie wide receivers because one of those is going to pop overtaking some of these guys as opposed to taking a guy like who do we have in here like Darnell Mooney could have some big games. Adam Thielen though, if you're a rookie wide receiver, you want somebody that just has major upside. We are 7 picks away.
I like Wicks or Mike Williams. We have Love, so that Wicks stack.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'd queue both of them up. I'm good with either of those.
Yeah.
And then
Who's there
it's
for
worth
RBs?
mentioning here? Gus
Eckler.
Edwards, Austin Eckler, just for the brand. Should I queue him up?
Ekman's gonna drop 80 receptions because everyone think Brian Robinson's some receiving back.
Oh, Wicks just went.
So it looks like it's Mike Williams.
He's at the top there. We might need a pivot. He might go
Yeah, we're gonna have to pivot.
just in case. I honestly think
I
there's
like
good
QB.
running back value here, and this is next week. We'll run one where we go a little more wide receiver heavy early, but
Yeah.
who else receiver there? Jahan, Judy,
honestly think-
Jacoby. Jacoby's like the ultimate floor play. Like in a best ball draft, I'm never pressing draft on Jacoby Myers.
No. Dotson.
I do really like Jerome Ford in the 11th, honestly.
Dotson could have
Who else is
spike
getting
weeks, though.
carries in that Browns offense?
Chubb.
Until Nick Chubb comes back, nothing.
Nick Chubb.
Week 10. See, Mike Will went
on the
pick
clock.
before.
What do you want? You want to do Eckler? You want to do
I'm taking
Dotson?
Eckler. I think this is a huge tier of wide
You want-
receivers, and I think the running
What
backs
do you
fall
think,
off
Rob?
right after Eckler.
Yeah. It makes sense for the value for our team construction. It might not, but at this point, you just got to go with the value. So let's rip it.
Why isn't it letting me?
You'll be good anyway.
It's a top guy there, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, there we go. I don't hate it.
I like
At this
it.
point, should we? What point do you start looking at your QB2, Brock? Is like because we have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Do we start to go with that Goff stack? Try to get
So
there.
I try to hone in on, and I know a lot of best ball drafters do this, like what essentially I like I think it's like a 2-5-9-2 build. So essentially we're going to take an elite quarterbacks, then we only have to take another one. And then about 5 to 6 running backs, about 8 to 9 receivers, and then 2 tight ends if you do rip a good one early, which we took Pitts. So I think 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends is going to be good in this build. So honestly, any of the guys there, I'm fine with.
Yeah.
To be honest, like as a
more
QB2,
wide receiver tight end now, so then we got to start looking.
Yeah. Caleb Williams in the 11th. That's actually crazy that he fell that far. If you're only
Justin
doing that 2
Herbert's still
quarterback
on the
build,
board.
though, you got to look at, you got to pay attention to bye weeks here. If you're doing a 2 quarterback or 2 tight end build, make sure you're still getting points in that bye week.
Yeah. What are we thinking here? We're going to take a shot on Judy. You're going downs. I still think it's Dotson, but I mean, what about Leggett here in this? Like someone in that offense or Polk? Are we going to bet on a rookie? We thinking Hawk late in the season. We're going to take Quentin Johnston with like the ultimate boom bust. What are you guys feeling here?
Yeah, we already got 1 Bryce Young receiver. I don't want to double down on 2.
Yeah.
Honestly, with Leggett. This might be the bias in me talking, but I honestly really like Ricky Pearsall in the 12th, 13th round here. And I also really like Jalen Polk. I know Snoog's a big Javon Baker guy, but
I like both.
I think let just the Capital tell you everything. I mean, was he the 37th overall pick? He was insane in that Washington offense to where him and Drake May form that connection. I don't hate Polk. I don't know if I'm ripping him over what Dotson and Judy went.
Dotson's gone now. So
yeah, I like Sticky Ricky or Polk personally.
What do you think, Snoop?
I think Polk has a way clearer path to targets than Ricky does this year. So I would go with Polk if you want to take Polk.
Yeah, let's rip him here.
I think he
You gotta
wins this wide receiver room. Everybody's all DeMario Douglas on Twitter, but I mean, I don't see it. All right, let's get the next one lined up and then let's start chatting. So, what position you looking more just upside wide receiver here, Brock? Are you thinking the second tight end? You know, I obviously would want a high ceiling. I mean, Troy Franklin fits that mold a little bit. We start to really dip deep down into some of these.
Yeah, with something like this, it is kind of tough with going running back a little bit heavily out of the gate.
Yeah.
It kind of just takes a position off of our
Yeah,
board.
because
Honestly, if
when
we
you
get
do
go
this,
ahead.
I mean, there's still guys like Marshawn Lloyd and Chandler who, you know, there's an injury, those guys would really go off. Purcell just went off the board. Josh Downs, both of those guys we were kind of looking at. I mean, we have a very okay. Muth is gone now too, so guys are starting to fly off pretty heavy here. Anybody jumping off the board for you guys? Quentin Johnson, Hawkinson, Cole Kmet, Jermaine Burton might actually be a decent one. You know, getting like as we talked about last. If Tyler Boyd got 95 plus targets, I mean, I think Burton with an injury really could be decent for best ball.
In these type of drafts, I shoot purely for upside. I don't mind that Hawkinson pick at all. At all. He's so good. Like, he comes back, he's going to be good. He's the safety blanket for whatever QB's there. Like, he's involved. O'Connell's going to get him involved. He's going to make sure he gets the ball. What's our bye week on Pitts, though?
It just had it. 12, I think. Because I was looking at Mooney.
We have 3 running by week 14, just as an FYI. We're looking at
whatever.
Our wide receivers are pretty much all spread out. Yeah, week 12 bye.
I like
Kyle
Hawkinson
Pitts.
and Musgrave
Hawkinson will be ready.
Going in the same spot.
Hawkinson will be ready by week 12. You know what I mean? When Pitts is actually on bye here. So I think that's actually would be a phenomenal value away here. I like
this kid's about to snipe us, though.
Oh, he doesn't have a tight end.
Yeah, he's going to snipe us.
No, he's not. No, he's...
If he snipes us, honestly, Roman Wilson might be the pick.
Roman Wilson? Over Jermaine Burton?
Or QB2.
Yeah, who's there at quarterback?
Russ.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk.
Matthew
We
Stafford.
get that Pitt stat.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
So we go
he
Kirk
did
or
take
Hawk?
Hawkinson.
Wait, who was our what
If
bye
you
week was
Kirk-
Love?
He has
What bye
10.
week was Love?
10.
Week
10.
Okay. Yeah, I think
You
we're
want Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, we'll go.
I don't mind that at all. You know what I mean? I think that's Stafford's good here too, but I think you can't go wrong. Both of these guys have fringe.
I usually
Could be
like to
top
leave.
12.
I usually like to leave with at least 2 or 3 QBs, because like
Watson's not bad value
it's
there.
like one of your highest scoring positions. You need one every week. They have buys. They have injuries. Like I got screwed last year on teams where I drafted Herbert and Cousins, and my teams were on fire.
Yeah.
And I lost both of them, and I had no quarterback to start, and I just flanked out.
Yeah. No,
I had
I totally
a team
agree.
that was like top 100, dude, and I got so screwed because of it. So.
Yeah, and we're shooting for upside here. I mean, this draft for the Best Ball Mania, it's a $15 million prize pool, and they set up the structure to where the top 200 people are going to be getting 6 figures, which is absolutely crazy. And so you just get into that top 200. Top 200 top 100 make double digits, so 11,000. So still crazy there with the prize payout.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's see. Definitely wide out with this next pick. So sort by just wide outs.
Yeah, so just a wide out. We're looking at Adam Thielen, Roman Bateman. It's ugly. It's really
Scroll
ugly.
down a little
Getting
bit.
gross, gentlemen.
I kind of like Troy Franklin.
I kind of do, but
I think Marvin Mims is going to catch the balls.
I don't hate Michael Wilson. I don't hate Michael
Javon
Wilson.
Baker, man.
Don't
Javon Baker's scoring more points than all these scrubs.
We already have all these. We already have one Patriots wide receiver. We definitely don't want 2. Because I was looking at Douglas too.
We're gonna get rookie QB2's number 1 potentially.
We could throw Javon in there and then a little round 18 Drake May.
Yeah, let's just get those paid. I honestly would go for Wilson Franklin here personally.
Well, Wilson just went.
Michael Wilson.
Oh, Michael Wilson. Yeah, I like Michael Wilson a lot too.
Michael Wilson or Troy Franklin. I think. Yeah, I mean Demarcus Robinson would take an injury. Marvin, I think is going to catch some deep balls, but I think it's going to be few and far between.
Javon Baker, but we can.
We are on the
next round.
Yeah, we can wait.
Troy Franklin.
Why not
Franklin or
Rashad?
Wilson?
Why not Rashad Bateman? He's their wide receiver 2 in Baltimore, and they're gassing him up. I feel like he's a better shot to take than any of these guys, right? Like Shoddy B.
I've been burned. He's gotten hyped up the past 3 off seasons.
Take Bateman. Take Bateman. He's flashed it.
I don't know what he's been flashing. Snook's
fallen victim to the coach speak. The same one that we've been burned by.
But like seriously, how many years is fool me once, shame on you? You know, like fool me 6 times, Rashad Bateman's toast.
Yeah,
like,
two plus.
You don't draft these teams to be a top 15,000 team. You draft to be fucking top 100.
You do. I think the price with Franklin though, obviously the slip in the draft, and then a rookie Knicks. Is it going to be Stidham who's going to be starting there? So either of those, I think you're just taking shots here, honestly.
It's like, what do I want Malachi Quarterly so he gets me 15 screen passes for like 80 yards?
Yeah, I think Gibson's even got him beat right now on the depth chart, is what I've been hearing out of Jets camp.
It's just like it's half PPR. Like we're going for upside. Like Bateman's the first round wideout that they're
yes.
To.
I'm glad you queued him up because I think
Isaiah Buckley, they're talking about all over. You know, I think it's going to be a very interesting scenario because you know what he does when Andrews goes out, but I think he's going to have a safer floor this year.
I like that. I mean, Dobbins' value is good there too.
Okay. I talked to Snoog before the draft, and I said, "There's one guy I'm going to bring up, and I don't know how you guys feel about him, and it's going to be J.K. Dobbins." And I feel like the camp is either he can't be anything ever again because of an injury, and then there's also a camp at the cost. How can you not take him? We're going to take him in the 15th round, 16th round. It's like at that point, what are you losing? In redraft, he's not even going to get drafted.
No.
Yeah.
How do you feel about him, Dad?
Team that wants to pound the rock.
I loved him coming out. I loved him, you know, with the first major injury, then the second major injury, and it's like I'm worried, you know, like I think Gus Edwards is going to be very safe, and people aren't going to be excited about it. A lot of people are really going to come in on Kamani Vidal. I'm rooting for the guy. I mean, no one's ever come back from the kind of injuries that he has. You know, I think people are way too high on J.K. Dobbins and Nick Chubb at this point, just because they're holding out hope.
Yeah, a lot of hopium in that regard.
I have no problem taking him here, though.
Gus actually had an injury, so I feel like I forget what the statement was by Harbaugh, but like he should be ready by training camp. I know it's like a month and a half injury there. He tweaked something, so it's going to be something to monitor. Community's really high on Vidal, but I don't know what kind of workload we're going to be given to 5'7" rookie round 6 pick. But
people are just
we're in very ugly territory.
Yeah, I like that. Estime, Keaton Mitchell, Javon Baker.
So here's the thing,
all that value.
And we took Brooks, so I don't think we should rip him. We're pretty set at running back, but I don't hate a Chuba if we didn't have all these running backs late in the 15th or 16th round. Who's going to be getting the ball there in the Panthers offense to start the year? Like at this point, we're just trying to predict volume. He could give you volume for 6-7 weeks to start the year.
I think it'll be there's a very good chance he starts on IR. Where, you know, Brooks starts on IR and gets 6, especially Brooks. I mean, should we give that a shot? Go Chuba Hubbard here?
I still like Wilson. I still think get one more receiver, and then we'll look to maybe JK there after that. But something worth mentioning, some of these late round, I mean, round 15, 16, 17, you're just trying to take guys with projected volume or a path to getting some upside in your lineup.
Yeah, is Michael Wilson going to play, though? Like
what do you mean is he going to play?
They just brought in Zay Jones on contract.
Zay's the guy that's going to be on the slot. I think when
Big, it's going to be
receivers.
I think Dortch is going to be in the slot.
Yeah, like I literally think Dortch is better than Michael Wilson.
I don't know.
I'm anti Michael Wilson, but I'm down for him.
I still like him in the 15th. Yeah.
If he can win
something
that
happens to
role,
McBride or Marv, just I still like it.
If he can win that number 2 role, it's not bad. Javon Baker?
Dude, he's just going to say that the whole draft.
It is worth mentioning.
If it was a pod, he'd get the mandatory Joe Mixon calls going out. You know what I mean? And like mandatory Alvin Kamara. Now that we're doing this, he's still in rookie fever. He's yelling Javon Baker everywhere.
Hey.
I got nothing but...
My glorious prince, Drake May, is throwing the football to him.
Your glorious prince.
That's going to friggin' make Jane Daniels look like a college QB.
We'll just keep going with that. You know, like, as much as I hype up Jane Daniels, I have 0 shares. So just for what it's worth. Because, I build my quarterback rooms a certain way. I've been trying to tear down now. I've been like trying to get Jalen plus a first plus a wide receiver upgrade. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to get like absolutely, you know, trying to move myself in that way. Teams that I have like, you know, that were rebuilds that I have Bryce Young as my QB2. I'm trying to trade up, you know, for a Jaden Daniels type, but I do not own shares, you know?
Yeah.
So
I like him
Looks
better
like-
for redraft. Go to QB. We might have to go tight end QB here. How
I was
many more
going to
picks do we
say
have?
we're putting a lot of faith in Kyle Pitts. We got sniped on Hawkinson, so we still got one tight end.
These are
Oh,
some
gross.
gross tight ends.
Yeah, we're getting pretty rough.
Jawan Johnson's like sneaky.
Jelani
No,
Woods
no,
is-
he's out for 6
no.
months.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know
Jawan
that.
Johnson's not. Jelani Woods is
Kobe
and
Parkinson, baby.
Kate Otten's about as cheap as you get. There's your boy Drake May.
That's a
No.
glorious prince right there. That's what he is.
It's like you can put him in the glory hole position. We're not going with Drake May here. 2 picks away. 2 picks away. We have no one up. If you don't give me some, I'm gonna take Marvin Mims.
No, I honestly
Javon Baker.
this late, at least if we're looking tight end right here, I really like, honestly, especially in the 16th, either Noah Fant or Jonnu. I think Mike McDaniel's going to use Jonnu
I
pretty
like John. I
creatively.
like John. Let's do
And
Jonnu.
even Fant. I know with their new OC there, that offense is going to be a little bit
Noah
more.
I would
Fant
take Fant.
He's one of the most
I'm fine with either of
frustrating
them.
tight ends there is. Period.
But he scores points. What does Jono do?
Get end
Waste-
arounds from Arthur Smith.
Yeah, like at least Fant scores points
it's-
and stuff. Damn it, Johnny
Wait,
Smith.
we didn't even look at the bye week. Hopefully
Nah,
we're chilling.
he's good. He's good. He's
Okay.
good. He's,
No, we're
he's
good.
sick.
All right, opening it up here.
Well, maybe we won't
We're-
need him. Maybe Pitts will be that anchor in our lineup. Hopefully.
Who's wide receiver 83 ADP? That's who we should take. I don't know who it is.
Just-
but I have a good
oh.
feeling
Whoever it
about
is, as long as he's if it's Baker, I'm gonna lose it. Wide receiver 80. He's 98. Stop with the Javon Baker.
No, but
He's
honestly,
scoring
why
after
are,
more
why are-
points than
why are
everybody
people
here.
taking Luke McCaffrey ahead of Javon Baker? Let's be
People
real for a
just
second.
don't know ball.
Because he went in the
Unball.
second round.
He went
Nah.
undrafted in one of my rookie drafts. Literally,
Non-ball, no
That's
worries.
absurd.
I picked
They-
him up
they-
for like 3 fab.
They did show like they were giving him handoffs and you're like, oh man, wrong McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
What do you got here, guys? We are 9.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
not a
gonna
lot of-
give in. I'm gonna give in. Let's go, Javon.
Smart man, Brock. Smart man.
Or
Tyler Boyd.
I don't hate me a little Tolby. I don't hate me a little Jalen Tolbert. Honestly,
What about Justin Fields at this point? No. How far did it go? Because I feel like if we're playing best
he-
ball and we have,
he's-
I mean, that would be a run for sure.
yeah, it's like 50-50 him getting drafted or not. Honestly, and the ones that
Is
I've been
it?
in. Yeah, even Russ sometimes goes undrafted. So I'm surprised he went even in this one. but-
Really?
yeah, I was listening to something. I didn't even realize it.
Hey,
He
there's
had, like,
there's Colby
17
Parkinson.
points per game last year. Russell Wilson.
Tucker Kraft is down here. You know, we're looking into some
Dude, Russ
deep-
through like 25 touchdowns last year on the
He had the
Broncos
same
with, like,
quarterback
nobody.
interception ratio as Mahomes.
That Broncos team was literally like the worst team I've ever seen in my life, and they somehow won games because Russ would just turn up randomly.
All right, what do we get? You just taking Javon Baker just to make Snoog happy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
We should
Yeah,
start putting these
might
on
take
Twitter, like a poll, just to kind of, who we take here, because
Yeah.
We're
Snoog's
taking
gonna, well,
Javon Baker.
don't fall asleep on me, man.
3 a.m. fishing trip tomorrow, baby.
Yeah,
That's how we
let's
do it. Tourney fishing.
That's cool.
Up here. So we're gonna have no one's gonna take Javon Baker. We don't need to worry about getting sniped there. So there's no worries there at all.
Pie Dog's listening. He's taking all the players I want.
I don't know.
Drake May,
Stepinski got
Is-
it. Okay.
is-
Real quick, though. Stepinski, that was his 5th wide receiver drafted through 17 rounds. That guy just made a donation. That guy just straight up made a donation, putting money in other people's pockets.
Yep.
All right, we're 2 picks away from Javon Baker, baby.
Javon Baker's going to be like the Nico Collins of last year, and we'll just win all our money.
The Nico Collins.
Okay. It's a crazy statement. I honestly
Okay.
think, though, the perception around where at least that trio is going in best ball drafts is similar to last year with that Texan stack, where you could get
It
Nico
is.
in the 10th. Stroud was going in the 17th, 18th. I mean, Tank Dell was going around this range too, where you take shots on a young upside offense and they pay off for a few weeks. I mean, not to say Drake May, Stroud, Javon Baker, and Jalen Polk are going to be tanking Nico, but you're shooting for upside here. And man, if you took that upside last year, you're
The
getting
Pats
paid
are gonna be
dividends.
losing like every game. They're gonna
Yeah.
be just letting Drake make gunsling, and there's got to be someone catching.
Oh,
the
you want to
football.
stack him with Drake May now?
No,
Nah,
he
he's-
went.
He's gone.
he went.
Oh man,
All right,
the
so we're getting
clock.
him.
we got Javon Baker. Who you guys?
Baker.
Yeah, let's go Baker
We-
here, and then
yeah,
honestly
already
cap it
there.
off with one more
Jelani
one more
Woods?
quarterback maybe, or one more tight end.
Another tight end too.
Baker. Does
Wait,
Brock,
20 rounds, correct?
No, 18.
18. So our last
Yeah.
pick. Do we want to go with our third tight end of Jelani Woods, or we want to go?
QB?
I mean,
I don't hate QB.
I'd
I
go
mean,
QB.
Well,
What do you think?
unless
Daniel Jones is decent value there, and that's gross to say, but like he actually has rushing upside.
he does. It's just I feel like I
Neighbors
could see
too
more
now.
upside for one of the tight ends to enter our lineup over Daniel Jones, over Love, or
Yeah, definitely.
Kirk.
I'm telling you, I think Jelani Woods scores multiple, at least 5-6 touchdowns this
Tell me a little bit about Jelani. I haven't heard much about him.
year.
At least for this year.
At
least for
the
this year.
highest raw score in the entire NFL. Dude's super athletic. The injury problem last year, but they don't have anybody else at the tight end position. I mean, they obviously
They still got Mo.
They still got Mo.
Mo Alley Cox.
No, I think he's
I
gone
don't
this
know.
year.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Gesicki, an athletic freak, he would ever pan out, and he's in the spot to do it.
Yeah,
Brock, does
Colby
does
Pu-
Dad's
I
mic
low-key
keep cutting
like-
out on you?
a little bit.
Yeah,
I
thought that was
low-key
my
like-
headphones, but
I'm sorry, I'm too far away from it. Probably.
I don't hate Colby here, honestly.
I kinda like that.
I think Higby's starting with an injury, right?
On the IR to start.
Yeah,
So he's going to miss multiple weeks in the beginning. Dawson Knox is decent for the format in case Cade would go down.
yeah.
Still going to get things. Tucker Kraft is kind of
I like
more
I like
dynasty.
Parkinson. I like Parkinson there. I forgot what's his name's on IR, Higby.
Yeah,
They use those tight ends a lot, and
do.
Stafford just feeds Higby. So
yeah.
Parkinson's
I like
not
Colby
bad,
here.
dude. He's not bad. Like
let's do
I
it.
have so many shares of him from just scooping him off the waivers because it's just like a McVay tight end. Like
Yeah,
take it. They paid that boy too. Like they didn't give him 28 mil to fucking run block.
yeah. Seems like the Seahawks used him in that regard, though.
Yeah, but because they had Fant, so it's like,
Yeah. Dude, someone that I've been low key eyeing up late in these drafts, and I mean I'm not ripping them too much, but just a little upshot, maybe in waivers and leagues is Hayden Hurst. He's
Chargers
gonna be
starting
the
tight end.
Chargers starting. You know what I mean? And it's like
it's
maybe
funny you
something
said
falls
that.
out with one of the receivers early. It's like Herbert
Yeah.
like Hunter Henry was really good in that offense, and then Gerald Everett was rock solid for Herbert as well. Where it's like, honestly, you're paying close to nothing.
Yeah, anybody getting Herbert throwing the football to is going to be good. And it's just
Yeah.
how it always is. I love that. I put a tweet out about that. Hayden Hurst and Colby Parkinson are like the two guys I'm just waiver adding everywhere. And
Yeah.
those are two good pickups because they just both have good QBs, high passing volume offenses, decent coaching staffs to utilize them.
Yeah.
It's usually what it comes down to.
All right, we're gonna get them, and then we can go through the whole team. I actually like how this turned out. I don't do too many RB heavy ones to start, but we got some
Yeah,
anchors there, man. I
me
think that's
either.
gonna
It's just
fill
the
our
way the-
flex spot easily.
It was just the way the board fell for us, I think.
Yeah,
Sorry, I walked out there. I had to throw up because of Javon Baker, but I'm okay now. I'm feeling much better.
free workout and Javon Baker is a bad
Puke,
mix.
puke and rally. We're back. You know what I mean? Give me some of that Parkinson right here.
Start shaking.
Too soon. No, this is a fun thing. I'm excited to do this more on a weekly format. Really get you guys in here. Make sure you guys use code SMASHACCEPT. Double your deposit, minimum of $10, all the way up to $250. It's one of the best deals out there. If you guys don't play, the most fun thing about this is set it and forget it, right? Like you don't have to touch it. It just gets rid of that draft itch. You got plenty of opportunities, like Brock was saying. There's some big payouts in this tournament, all the way up to what, 1.5.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Top prize. The top
There-
20 get six figures. So
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
that should be incentive in itself.
The best part is you can literally be posted up on your couch, bored, eating popcorn, watching a movie at 12 o'clock at night, and you can literally just join as many of these drafts as you want instantly, and you can instantly get in. You can get in 30-second ones, you can get in 8-hour ones and have it be a slower pace.
Right.
You can even like jump in these private ones where it's you versus 11 others in 12-man, 10-man leagues. So it's kind of cool. There's variety and stuff in here. We can also host private drafts and get you guys all in there. So for those in the Patreon, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with that, hosting these private drafts, getting you guys in the league with us, and just taking advantage of this, man. UnderDog, best ball, you can't beat it. best thing to do during the summertime to kind of chew away at the end till the season comes.
Over 112,000 people will get at least $35. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you have a good opportunity to get your money back. You know, and it's an awesome opportunity. Brock, it was great having you jump on here. You know, I'm excited to kind of make this a little bit more of a regular routine and kind of get into that. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you on Twitter again?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, guys, at Brock Dynasty. Again, been a bit more behind the scenes in terms of the thumbnails, the video editing with the shorts and the YouTube content, but not going to go anywhere in that regard. So we're still going to be bringing you guys some A1 content. But in terms of these streams, going to be hopping into some best ball, hopping into some other things, start attacking the redraft, because this is when Dynasty starts to bleed into redraft, and it gets a little bit blurry, but we'll be here to go ahead and give you the glasses, make that a little bit clearer. So super excited.
And love the insight that you brought to it with a lot more experience when it comes to doing underdog, as opposed to, old man dad over here just doing dynasty drafts all the time with my slow drafts. Apologize for any of the, inconveniences there with that being our first draft, but we're excited to do that. Make sure you guys go over, check us out on YouTube, check us out on TikTok. Make sure you guys are subscribing to everybody on here. Thanks again for tuning in, and enjoy the process.